Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Hamlin. I'll be your host. I consider it an honor to speak with each and every one of you. We're very excited to have you on this special invitation-only leaders call because we understand that as leaders, we can have a major impact on our families, on our communities, and we can do something powerful to help others. So I'd like to welcome you to SMARTWAY, the most designed smart contract. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when a contract is truly smart, it is capable of changing the story of our lives, the story of our communities, the story of the world. We're going to show you how. You can take as little as about $100 to $120, partner with us, and it can absolutely create recurring wealth for you and your family as long as the internet exists. It is absolutely that powerful. We're going to show you how you could create over 48 Ethereum every 30 days with a team of just 6 partners in this very powerful platform. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So this is being brought to you by the SMARTWAY Elite team. We are a team of leaders. We're all about making things happen, ladies and gentlemen. We don't make excuses. We just take action and we create the future. And so we invite you to join us in this endeavor. So we're going to talk about small business of the new generation. This is all possible because of innovations in technology such as smart contracts. So we're going to define it. What is a smart contract? We're going to use the example of purchasing a car and the sales transaction using a smart contract. We're going to talk about the difference between projects on smart contracts and other high projects that use a common cash desk. We're going to talk about the advantages of SMARTWAY, and we're going to discuss how the project works in terms of marketing. Once you join us and you become a paid member, you'll have access to our customer support, which is available through Telegram. So what is a smart contract? A smart contract, ladies and gentlemen, is an electronic contract registered in the form of a program code that independently executes the actions laid down in it depending on the given conditions. A smart contract cannot be changed after uploading it to the blockchain network, and a smart contract can perform any operations laid down in it in advance automatically without human intervention. So we're talking about a protocol that cannot be changed, not even by the developers. If you've ever been involved in a program where that the program ended because of maybe poor management on the part of the owners, maybe it was shut down because it violated some rules, maybe the banks stole the money, or maybe even the people who put the program together ran off with the money and you had to start all over. Well, that's the end of all of that, ladies and gentlemen. With this smart contract, this will stay in force for as long as the internet and the blockchain exist. And we are not affected by company owners, by CEOs. We're not affected by governments. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not affected by banks. So these are some of the advantages, but we're going to break it down in more detail right now. So when you're talking about a smart contract, let's look at some of the purposes and the ways that it can be used. In this example, we're going to use the example of a car purchase and the sales transaction. So the buyer transfers the entire amount for the car to the address of the smart contract. From now on, the deal can be considered open. The contract code stipulates the conditions that the contract will transfer this amount to the seller's wallet only when the buyer is appointed as the owner of this car in the electronic database. Such a transaction will be considered successful for both parties to the transaction, and they will receive what they wanted. If something goes wrong and the transaction period goes beyond the agreed framework, the amount will be returned to the buyer's wallet. During the transaction, both the buyer and the seller had a guarantor in the form of an invisible assistant, a smart contract. But the smart contract did not take a penny for its service and completed it quickly, safely, with transparency so that everyone can see what is going on. So this is the advantage of having a smart contract. It eliminates the middleman. There are no fees. There are no admin fees, ladies and gentlemen, and the money transfers directly to the private wallet of the participants in real time. So some of the major advantages of a smart contract, the main advantage, ladies and gentlemen, on smart contracts is predefined and unchanged conditions. Anyone can see the code on which the smart contract is written because the code is on a public domain and contains all the conditions and details like any paper contract. The next advantage is validity. A verified smart contract exists as long as the blockchain in which it is loaded exists. And finally, autonomy. Smart contracts do not require intermediaries. All operations between the process participants are performed automatically without the participation of an administrator. So we've never had a platform quite like this before, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a better situation for us. Now, what's the difference between projects on smart contracts versus projects that are hype projects or projects with a common cash desk? Let's take a look at that. As you already know, one of the conditions for a project to work on a smart contract is autonomy and immutability, meaning that once the contract is released on the blockchain, it cannot be changed. And the role of the administrator is only to write the working conditions of the smart contract and to upload it to the network. So in this case, it doesn't matter who the developers were, because once it's released on the blockchain, no one can change it, not even the developers. It's very similar to Bitcoin and the Bitcoin protocol. Once it has been released, it'll be here as long as the internet and the blockchain exists. And no one knows who created blockchain and Bitcoin, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter. Further, the interaction between the participants on this project on a smart contract takes place without the participation of the administrator, and it cannot affect the movement of the Ethereum coins between the participants' wallets, since the contract can only perform predefined functions in its code and nothing more. So that is, if the smart contract states that the coin is transferred from the wallet to the participant's wallet, then that's exactly what happens, and that's what happens here. Moreover, no one, including the administrator, again, can influence this process. So once a person joins our community, they are in our community for the duration as long as the internet exists. So in projects which you in which you transfer your coins to an administrator's desk, we're talking about those other type of projects, and then you have to wait for the accrual of passive income in a percentage, most often huge, which means that with a very high probability, these percentages can only be received for a short period of time because they can't be sustained. So you risk that the administrator will disappear at some point and run off with your money as well as the other participants' money. Or by the fact that the claimed huge percentage will very quickly deplete the general cash desk, the administrator's wallets, and the payment will stop. So we've been there, we've experienced that before. In both cases, everyone loses who gets involved in those type of projects, but we don't have those problems here, ladies and gentlemen. So when you compare the conditions for participation in projects on smart contracts and a condition for participation in the common cash desk, you can easily make the decision and understand that the smart contract is far superior and better for all involved. So let's look at the advantages of SMARTWAY. So the first thing in SMARTWAY, ladies and gentlemen, we just build a team of 6. All right, and these are the 6 that we're going to interact with. And there's a smooth flow between the interactions, and we also have a huge matrix, and each team is inside of this team matrix, meaning that you could also receive help from above and help from below in this community. So what I want you to look at is you're going to see yourself as ID, the individual at the top there, and then you want to personally refer at least 2 or more members. So that's going to give you 2 members on your first level, and when they go out and refer 2 or more, that's going to give you 4 members on your second level. So what you need to understand here about the distribution of the commissions here is that the 2 partners on your one line, they're going to purchase license from you. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're actually purchasing license to participate in this platform, and they will purchase the odd level license from you. And then the 4 partners on your second line, they will purchase the even level license from you. And if you're doing this as one of the strategies that we're using right now, where you can triple your earnings, you can take actually 3 positions. So if you're looking at the yellow triangle, you can see that that's you in the ID position, that's you also in position number 1, and that's you also in position number 2. position 1 and 2 were actually referred by position 1. So in that case, you're actually paying yourself. But what this does, this puts you in a position to triple your earnings as the community grows, right? So this is great if you want to do that. That can be something pretty powerful. So in this example, your focus is the second level. And in that second level, best practices is for you to bring in 4 leaders. So what's a leader? A leader is a person who can make things happen. A leader is a person who doesn't make excuses. A leader is not part of the NFL club, and a leader understands that as long as people need money in order to live, that they will always be looking for another way to get that money, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how many programs fail, how many programs don't work, how many programs run off with the money. People still have a need for income, and they will always look for that. And that's why this is the kind of attitude that you have to have. You just continue to share the program, and the people who identify with what we have here, they will join us, and our community will explode just as it's doing right now. So now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a smooth transition between levels, because when you're buying a higher license, there is always a part of the profit that you can keep and put in your pocket. Generally, it's about 50%. So this is great. As you're moving through these levels, you got a good amount of money that you can put in your pocket and use for whatever purpose that you choose. And some other platforms, when you upgrade, it leaves you very little to put in your pocket, but that's not the case here. Okay, so let's break down how the project works in a bit more detail. And we do have videos that go into a bunch of details on this. In this overview, we're going to basically just give you a snapshot. So the first thing, this is the platform that repeats itself every 30 days with a team of 6. And as I mentioned, if you accelerate the platform by taking 3 positions, you just need a team of 4. So everyone building these small teams inside the greater matrix. In the greater matrix, you can receive help from above and you can receive help from below. But here's the thing, as a leader, we don't depend on that, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we create that. That's why we are leaders. And so if you're waiting, if you join and you want to wait for something else to happen, well, guess what? You have no control over that. But what you do have control over is what you do. And that is our attitude. And that's why we are growing at the rate that we are. So every 30 days, the money and commissions that are generated, they repeat themselves. This is why you're able to have consistent income month after month after month. Like myself and many others, I've been able to create over $3,800 in recurring income in the first 14 days, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting started. We haven't even done anything yet. So there are 12 levels of upgrades, which enable you to get greater and greater commissions in this platform. Everyone builds a team of 6 partners. And this can put you in a position from 1 position, ladies and gentlemen, to generate $7,000 month after month after month. If you take 3 positions, as our strategy suggests, then you can triple that amount of money. Once you have maxed that out, guess what? You can go back in the system and take 3 more positions and increase your earnings even more. So if you're looking at my screen here, you can see everyone starts with 0.02 Ethereum, which right now is somewhere between $35 and $40 one time out of pocket. When you invite 2 members, of course, they are going to purchase the license from you. So that's 0.02 times 2, that's 0.04. Out of that 0.04, you're going to want to upgrade to the next level, level number 2. And when the 4 members down there on your second level, when they upgrade to that level, guess what? They're going to pay you 0.22, which is a total of 0.88. And even after you upgrade, you still have $66 in your pocket. Now, the numbers you see on the screen is based on the current price of Ethereum. The prices can change, and so can these numbers. So as your community grows and as people upgrade, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, you only have to go in your pocket one time, all of your upgrades are going to come out of your proceeds. And as that happens, guess what? Your earnings continue to increase, and you can see as the community grows down here, this is basically 12 teams of 6, ladies and gentlemen, referred by the previous participants. Now you're looking at 48 Ethereum from just 1 position over and over again. And in this example, that's close to $8,000 every 30 days. Could you use an extra 8? An extra 5, an extra 6, an extra 10, an extra $15,000 coming in your household month after month? But that's the potential that we have here with everyone building a small team of just 6 partners. All right, so here's a great thing, ladies and gentlemen. We have services that we provide, starting with some high quality promotional materials such as videos and PDFs that are available in the Telegram group. Very soon, we're going to have sales funnels and chat bots that will be available along with a cool school of financial literacy. So these are the services that we provide for everyone, and some of them are available now. Some of them will be coming in the very near future. So we're very excited about the services that we have available to us and those that are coming. So here's a snapshot of exactly where we are right now. So this smart contract has been operating for about 273 days, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, okay, and also 7,605 commissions have been paid out. And we are just getting started with 4,000 total members, ladies and gentlemen. You haven't seen anything yet as this community continues to grow and to build out. And over 1,936 Ethereum have been paid out to date. So let's do a quick check on that. And so we'll do 1936 times 162. That's what I'm going to put in here as the current price. All right, and that's over $300,000 has been paid out, and we're just getting started to our members. Well, guess what? That completes our overview. We'd like to, get it right to you, ladies and gentlemen. We don't keep you any longer than you need to be kept because we've got a ton of things going on. We're signing up people in the community all day, straight through the night, and we are working feverishly because this platform is absolutely changing lives already. So what I want to do here, we have a couple of leaders on the line here because we are a community of leaders. We've got a ton of leaders on the line, actually. But what I want to do right now, I want to bring 2 leaders on the line just to share their thoughts in terms of, how things are going for them, what they like about the platform, and where do they see us going in the future. I want to start off with Pastor Carl White, and hopefully he's able to unmute himself and share a few words because he didn't know I was going to call him this morning. And Pastor Carl, are you available? So you need to unmute your mic there.
Hi.
All right. How are you today, sir?
God is good.
Definitely, definitely. And so, this is great. We have a platform with a lot of pastors because, pastors have a heart for the people, want to help the people, but they need a platform that is real, that does what it says, and it's going to benefit people. Have you found that to be the case with SMARTWAY?
Yes, I was introduced to this program by Minister John and Boomy, who's my upline, and I've been feeding off of their excitement. So I'm in the background playing chess now. I'm getting together with some. There's some other leaders that have some very exciting lead systems and pages, capture pages. So. I'm very interested in getting this off the ground. I did buy a tri-pack, and I do have a small team, but I'm in the background playing chess. I'm planning on making some big moves because this is a very amazing program that I see.
All right. Well, awesome. Glad to have you on the team. You bring a lot of value to the team, and when we bring all these leaders together like this, it makes all of us better. So we're so glad you were able to join us. Now, we have Dr. Levin on the line, and this is our first time meeting. He's a leader. He's building a huge team right now. Very excited about the platform. Let's bring him on the line as well. And Dr. Levin, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mark. Thank you.
Welcome to the call. And so first of all, sir, where do you live, and what excites you about this platform?
Mark, I'm delighted to say that since 2000, I'm a resident in Portugal. I'm of origin from Belgium, but Portugal is the very southernmost Western country. If we wave over, you could probably see us in the United States. Anyways, it's the better weather belt of Europe. Very delighted to be here.
Awesome. Well, love your accent. We see what you're doing out there. So what excites you about this platform, and where do you see us going in the future?
I'm impressed. I'm actually blown away, and I know this has become a cliche in the industry, but I mean it literally. It's several aspects of this program is over my head in terms of technology, in terms of efficiency, in terms of intelligence, speed. It's as you indicated in your great presentation, by the way. I like your voice. I like your practicality, Mark. I appreciate what you're doing for SMARTWAY and for the elite team together here. But I think that we're in, because this is so new, because it's only the 5th day that I'm in it, I feel like I've now stepped into another dimension, and I don't want to sound all woo woo. I just, it's so advanced, so exciting, so efficient, and even though it's new and therefore it feels a bit uncomfortable, but in the good way, I think we're heading towards a very new phase in online money making, in online sharing. I think for those of us, and there is, I've got 3 leaders here of our team: Richmond from Atlanta, Christophe from Belgium, and Sebastian from the Netherlands, and they'll both gladly share a few words. All of us, yes, we enjoy making money, no doubt about it, and nobody should be ashamed of that. As a matter of fact, we all deserve just as much as we deserve good health, we deserve good wealth. But at the same time, our passion over the years has been, what can we do to assure that other people also succeed in making money and enjoying the process, and when they share it with their friends, that they actually can be proud of it instead of being laughed at. Or if they do laugh at them, that they can eventually, after a little while, say, hey, take a look at my account, and let them then all turn into envy or into, could you get me into this too? So very, very thankful. I'm also impressed. I know, and in your presentation, you underlined that the admin cannot manipulate, cannot contort, and that is indeed one of the great values. But at the same time, I always want to know who's behind, who's really at the heart of this, because I recognize intelligence, meaning using the head, but I also recognize that there is heart in it, that there is human touch in it, and a significant amount, actually. And so seeing the Russian group, the Russian people in the chat group, the developer that I've come to know now, magnificent people, people of integrity, people that are not, you know, just driven by greed and money making, that are, I mean, the reality is we need to begin to embrace that there is plenty enough money out there. And all we need to do is learn to become a little smarter of bringing it into our life, and which smarter way than to actually use SMARTWAY. So with that, if it's okay with you, Mark, I would like to introduce Richmond from Atlanta. If you could pass on the microphone to him, it'd be great to hear him. He's been so busy, I've barely heard from him. Anyways, I'll let him share that in his own words.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Levin. You said a mouthful. I agree 100% with everything you said, and I love this international community that we are building. And so, Richmond, are you there, sir? Can you hear me?
Hey. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Welcome to the call. Can you share with us, you know, what you like about this program? Where do you see us going in the future?
My name. Thank you for the nice presentation. It was awesome. Thank you, Dr. Levin. You're awesome. This project it blew me away. When I got this project on Sunday, I was in North Carolina. I got back to Atlanta, and the leader sent me the information. I read it. Then within one hour, he called me again. Hey, you need to sign up. I said, okay, I'm gonna sign up. So I signed up. I joined. He showed me how to do it. I did it, and then I went to bed. I wake up. I see a spillover. I was like, oh, wow, this is my first time I got a spillover from any other company. Now I'm like, okay, no problem. So I took a time. I read everything, and then I began to promote the business, contact all my leaders, and within a minute, I know that I'm at level 6. I said, well, this is ridiculous. This is mind blowing. So I called Dr. Levine. I said, Dr. Levine, what's going on? He said, new technology. I would say, yeah, this is something that I never seen before. It's amazing. Guys, if you on this call, I am telling you, do not wait for no spillover, because we are leaders. You know, let's just go and do it, because this is something that is unique. The money comes straight into your wallet, guys. It's amazing. You don't have to request nothing. It comes straight to your wallet. You can withdraw your Ethereum right now, go and cash it right now. It is easy. It's a mind-blowing technology, and I see us going far, far, far with this one, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Levine, for sharing this opportunity. It's amazing working with you. You are an amazing guy, and my hat off to you. Thank you.
All right. Awesome, Richmond. Pleasure to meet you. Looking forward to working with you as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we do invite you to connect. Once you join us, we do have a Facebook group. It is for members only. Once you become a member, we'll let you in that group. And of course, many of our teams have their own groups as well. So be sure to get connected, get plugged in, so you can get all the information and stay on top of things. Also, be sure to monitor your account, because we're moving very, very fast. And we want to make sure that you get all the commissions that are due to you. You want to be sure that you upgrade and stay ahead of the wave, so to speak. So we're very excited about what we have here. So we've got a schedule for these calls. We have another call tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Saturday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So our schedule is Monday at 8, 12, and 8, Thursday at 12 and 8. We also do Tuesday at 12 and 8. So Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and 12 p.m. Eastern, which is noon, and 8 p.m. at night. And then we also do Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to, get your teams plugged in, send out those emails, remind them, let them know what we're going on. Let's pack these calls out. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to conclude our overview today. I'd like to say thank you all for joining. If you're here for the first time, be sure to get in contact with the person who invited you on the call. What we're doing here is amazing, and you'll be so glad that you've partnered up with us. So I'd like to close with this. The best way to predict the future is to create it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's make something happen. Let's make it happen today, and let's do it together. Thank you for joining us. Everyone have an awesome day. Bye for now.